Hey guys, this is Jacko from MuddyTigerOutdoors, and today you may notice I'm pretty much in almost full gear for hiking and backpacking and whatever you want to call it. But the background is basically urban background. Well, the thing is, my plan for today was to go out in the bush, in the woods, and go for a hike, go for a walk, see what happens. But nature's plan was a little bit different. We had storms last night, throughout the morning. Everything was wet, so my plan had to change. Instead of that, I ended up having to clean the carpet and vacuum and do some general cleanup at home. But it's okay, it needed to be done, and it got done. So, that left me with a problem. I still had the urge to get out to the woods with my backpack and all my stuff. So I decided to just go down to the woods that we have down the street and get my wilderness fix that way. So I'm headed that way. That's where it is. I'll tell you what I just discovered. I got to bring water. One of the most important things about going out for a hike, for a walk, or for a wilderness fix was to bring your water. I mean, there's a creek back there, yeah. And I do have a live straw in my backpack, but I'm not gonna put it to the test back behind that creek. I mean, this is all, shops around here. There's a little dirty pond back there. I'm not gonna put my live straw to the test today. Now, coming back to that water topic, I mean, there is a Starbucks right up here. I don't know, probably 200 yards maybe. But I don't think I can walk in like this. I know people are going to be looking at me as weird and thinking, what's my deal? And of course, we all know in bushcrafting, what people think, it's all that matters. Just in case there's some poison ivy or poison oak, you never know. You know, just sitting here kind of makes me think of why I do this. I guess what I'm after, what I truly enjoy, what I truly respect and want is just this, you know, the feel of being under the shade of a tree, you know, just enjoying and experiencing nature. I know we all have different ways to do it. Some people like to go out to the park, you know, in their bicycles. Some people like to go out for a swim in a lake. Some people like to, you know, just go out and look at it from a window or from a portrait. But I guess I'm like many of you guys watching. I'm just the guy that likes to just feel it, touch it, know how, know why. You know, really experience it to a, I guess, lowest common denominator, and that means, you know, getting dirty. That means sweating. That means suffering. Because I tell you what, there's been times that I've suffered. There's been times that I've gotten in a pickle, and you know, for example, last time we went canoeing, our canoe flipped and a couple of us almost drowned. But then again, that's all just part of nature. You have to understand the risks. You have to understand what it all involves. I mean, poison ivy, you get a pretty bad skin reaction. You know, if you're into eating wild edibles, you can eat the wrong stuff and potentially poison yourself. You know, you play with fire, you can burn. There's a lot of risks. But then again, there are a lot of risks by staying indoors, you know. Your house can catch on fire, you trip and fall in the tub, something falls in your toe. I mean, anything and everything involves a risk. Sometimes the risk is positive and sometimes the risk is negative, but I love being outside. I love being under the rays of the sun. I love being out under the moonlight. I like the noises of the birds. I like the smells. I love the smells. The flowers, the leaves, the color changes of the seasons. And I don't mean to sound like a hippie, but I think that's what it's all about. At least that's what it's all about for me. You know, there's always something different to see. It doesn't matter. I've been to these woods many times, and they look different every single time, and that's something that I very much enjoy. You know, I love making fire too. Unfortunately, I can't make fire today because, after all, this is kind of a residential slash commercial area, and you know, even though it may not seem, we are in the middle of the city, so I don't want to have the police and the fire department coming after me if somebody sees smoke coming out the woods. I guess another aspect of it is the relaxation. I mean, when you finally are done for the day after a hike and you know it's time to relax like I'm doing right now, there's such a peace and I guess tranquility that it's you cannot compare it with anything else. I mean, you know, just hearing, for example, those insects, the cicadas, little birdies over here, there's a bunny back there. I mean, that's just to me, that's very peaceful. It's very desirable. Coming out here and camping or bushcrafting, hiking, and all that, it's so simplistic, you know. Yes, we get expensive gear. Yes, we get, you know, carried away with having the latest and the as far as lightweightness or you know the next best thing. And but you know, aside from all of that, you know, when you're just finally sitting down in a hammock or sitting out after setting up camp, it is very relaxing and very simplistic. All you're carrying, that's all you need, really. I mean, it's a very basic way to do things. You know, one knife, one hammock, one tarp, one cooking pot, one fire, just a few tools. That's all you need, as long as you know what you're doing. You know, sitting around reminded me of something that I wanted to do, or that I've been wanting to do for a while, and that is carving a spoon. So, if I find the right piece of wood, I may just get to do it. I attempted to do that one time, and it turned out kind of funky. It actually ended up looking like basically like an ice cream spatula or one of those little ice cream spoons. If I find the right piece of wood, I may just get to carve a spoon. Could this be the makings of a spoon? I don't know. I hope so, because tell you what, that was a lot of effort sawing through that little piece of wood. Huh. I guess picking the camo natural colors and patterns for your gear has its advantages and disadvantages, because for a second I didn't find him. I couldn't find him in this very small area. But I see my hammock over there. Very, very concealed. Wow, that's unbelievable. Guess you really have to make note of what you leave your stuff, especially with its very easily camouflaged or concealable. You know what? I'm feeling good about this piece of wood. This may be just the very piece that is going to become my very first spoon. I guess I'm going to have to make a video on how to make a spoon or carve a spoon. Bummer. You know, coming back to that topic on why bushcraft, why coming out to the wilderness or to the woods, just because you never know what you're gonna find or what kind of shenanigans you're gonna come up with. That's a very good reason in my book. I almost packed my piece of wood in my hammock. Hammock ready? Guys, well, I think this is going to be the end of the evening outside. Thank you for watching. Thanks for sticking around with me. I'm sorry if I've just rambled on today. I didn't have a whole lot of things to do out in the local woods, but nonetheless, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Please check us out on Facebook, Muddy Tiger Outdoors, and you can bet we'll see you in the next video. You guys take care.